Welcome back to another video. I'm Zshaw, got Joey and Jay. All of our teams took massive L's this weekend, but we still got a job to do. We still got lots and lots to talk about. So let's start with this. Monday Night Football, Eagles at the Chargers, and Jalen Hurts and the Eagles shit the bed. Go ahead, Jay. 2-minute drill. Go ahead and rant.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with Philly. Listen, let's be real. Okay, they straight up choked. It was not just a loss. This was a complete meltdown. Jalen turned the ball over 5 times, 2 times on one play. Insane. And that's absolutely unacceptable for a guy that we revere as the top five, that we do defend often, and unacceptable for a team that's supposed to be a contender. I mean, it's ridiculous. The defense looked good overall. I mean, they really socked it to that offense, but it just wasn't enough. The coaching adjustments weren't there. The whole team just kind of, after a while, just played flat. So honestly, hey man, it sucks, but this is not the time. And we're doing it at this time. So this happening the way it's happening, it's looking real grim for us over here in Philly. And I said it, I've been saying it for the past 2 weeks. If we do not get rid of Kevin Patullo, if something doesn't change, crying Jordan here, where is he? There he is. Yeah, he's gonna be here for the rest of the year. Because hey, without that adjustment, without Kevin Patullo getting out of here, we're not going to really go anywhere this year. So fucking sucks, but hey, that's where we are right now. So sad to see. So sad to see. It was so bad that I didn't even watch the game fully yesterday. I was shooting content instead of watching the game. So that's how bad it is. I'm wearing a Millersville Marauders hat, which is my mom's college. And that's how bad it is. I'm not wearing any Eagles gear today. So yeah, man, that's where we're at.
Joey, as a Cowboys fan and as a Commanders fan, I was licking my chops watching that entire game. Huge roller coaster win, but as a Cowboys fan, what did you see from that game?
That was probably Jalen Hurts' worst game that I've ever seen him play. Now Saquon played good. Best game of the season for Saquon. He had 100 and something yards rushing, had a 50-yard touchdown, but then they turned away from the run and kept passing the ball. Play calling was bad. Jalen Hurts was awful. No one can defend him. He had 5 turnovers. He had 2 in one game. That's the first time since 1978 any player has had 2 turnovers in one play like that. Like that's inexcusable. The defense played good. They had 7 sacks, but your defense can only play as good as the offense is, and the offense has been atrocious for longer than 3 weeks. Jalen Hurts has been bad for about 5 weeks almost. Yeah. So and again, it's whatever. Mahomes struggles. All of them. All the top quarterbacks struggle. But I haven't seen Hurts struggle this bad in quite some time.
Yeah. I think really just to piggyback on it before we move on, it sucks because that complimentary football that we always talk about and we always say the Eagles are so good at, they have not been able to play it in 3 weeks. Seeing Jalen struggle like that is very difficult for a person who is a big fan of him, defends him all the time. But there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The man struggled. And I think that the play calling and the coaching is really starting to catch up with this team as a whole. So, hey, man, as an Eagles fan, it really is hard to watch. But the reason I'm not super down in the dumps is because we did just win the Super Bowl. I don't expect us to be a team who goes back to back like the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know what? I'm happy being the reigning Super Bowl champion, but I'd like to see a little bit more promise going into the off season, just to be, excited for the future,
Like to see him try a little bit on offense.
Yeah, man.
Not even trying.
It was a thriller. But realistically, we really should have beaten them. Let's not even
AJ Brown dropped a wide open pass.
Yeah, let's not say it's all on Jalen. Jalen threw a beautiful dime into the end zone, and AJ Brown just dropped it. So it's a team effort on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not blaming it, but Jalen definitely is to blame for the turnovers and stuff. Turnovers were bad.
So it's, like I said, it's a big Jalen. It runs through Jalen. It doesn't help when he plays the way he does. But once again, I know a lot of the haters will blame it all on Jalen, and it's not all Jalen. It's a lot Jalen, but it's not all on
Jalen. It's like 80-90% Jalen because he's the quarterback. He's going to get the most.
80-90 is a lot.
I listen, I know, but listen, He turned it over twice on one play. That's like going to be on the same level as the butt fumble. Like that's just going to
Yeah,
be iconic for
that was
James.
pretty bad.
Okay,
It will
wait.
be.
Let's analyze that play for just 2 seconds, okay? Let's be real. The fact that he even came up with the fumble to begin with was impressive. He just didn't have a full grip on it when I forgot who punched it out after he grabbed it again. So I don't really want to like make it like, oh, this guy fumbled on two times in one play. All right, but at the end of the day, like it's just one of those things where it just looks bad on paper, especially given what we say about Jalen.
Exactly.
Two,
That he
two for
doesn't turn
one
the ball
special.
over.
2 for 1 special down there in Philly.
You're too happy. I hate you guys.
I am that my team sucks this year, so like I gotta find some joy in
We
this
all
season.
suck in our own way, except our sucking is leading the division. So let's just say that right now.
We'll see. We'll see what happens though. You're
Yeah,
probably going to.
y'all better not drop two more because if we win out, that division's ours.
Yeah, that's a big if.
That is a big if. One game at a time.
Speaking about winning out, Joey, momentum on your side. You beat the Chiefs and you beat the Eagles back-to-back weeks. Thanksgiving Day, you play, or sorry, the week after Thanksgiving, you're playing the Lions. You have a chance to control the division. Then you get steamrolled. What happened?
Couldn't tell you, man. Our team didn't show up. Our defense looked like it was earlier in the season. I'm not saying Dak played a bad game, but he didn't play a good one. He played the best he could. CeeDee Lamb got hurt. CeeDee Lamb was cooking too. He was cooking them all up. He was going to go for a lot if he didn't get hurt, which sucks. George Pickens showed lack of effort, which is whatever. I don't know what was going on there, but it was just all around a bad team game. Our best player was Brandon Aubrey. He made like 6 field goals that game or whatever it was. Like it was just all around a bad performance, and hopefully we can rebound against the Vikings this week.
Jay, what do you think? What do you see from the Cowboys Lions?
Listen, man. I mean, all in all, it was just a physical game on Detroit's part. They just physically dominated the game from just start to finish. And Dallas got bullied. They got bullied up front. Dak just seemed like he was uncomfortable the whole game because people were just in his face. I don't think that it was necessarily a bad performance. I think that they were exposed a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that going in and playing a hot Eagles team or playing a somewhat struggling Eagles team that has a good record, but there's been big question marks, and then going, the next week and beating the Chiefs, who also have struggled this year, it tends to get teams too big for their britches. And I think when they go against a team like the Lions, who is firing more on all cylinders than both of those teams, it's a bit of a reality check. So I think that's really all that happened. The Cowboys got a bit of a reality check. They're not built for playoff pressure. They never have been. So I don't know. I think that it's just one of those things where if they get an opponent that is in tip top shape, they're going to falter.
And I just want to point out, like you traded for Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams to stop the run, and Jahmyr Gibbs was running all over the Cowboys defense. The lanes were open. He was missing. He was breaking tackles. I mean, you traded Micah to get 2D tackles. Kenny Clark's good, and Quinnen Williams is a star to stop the run, and you couldn't do it. So it's just, I mean, we know how good Quinnen Williams is, but he just didn't come to play last week.
Yeah. It's funny because I feel like I said it last week on Final Four that there's a whole bunch of Saquons in the league except for Saquon. You know what I'm saying? So you're in facing Jahmyr Gibbs, he is almost like the Saquon of this year because he is going off.
I think the biggest thing though is our tackles couldn't block anybody to save their lives. They were getting a lot of like edge pressure on Dak, and he had to run out. And he's not a very mobile quarterback anymore at his age with the injuries he's had. So like we got to kind of keep him upright the best we can to keep him healthy. But it was just an all around bad game by the offense and defense. They just outplayed us and bullied us. So there's really nothing else we can say about it.
All right. Shall we move on to Shedeur Sanders, Jay's guy, conspiracy theorist? This dude balled out. That dime, that 60-yard dime, was it 60 yards? That was a dime.
Oh, nice.
And he threw the game, well, not the game time, but he threw a touchdown to give them the chance to tie the game. And then Stefanski calls a reverse. Shedeur's on the sideline, and yeah, that was just looked so bad. Quick thing about that: the guy forgot to reverse pitch it to the other guy coming around. So that's just a bad play call. Get your quarterback in there. Either do a straight handoff or have Shedeur just throw it. Don't do that gadget play on the 2 yard line, bro. But Jay, what does that mean for Shedeur Sanders?
Hey, man, listen. This man delivered a breakout performance, 364 yards. This is the total stats: 364 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think he had 1 pick. Here's the deal: he looked poised, he looked confident, he was in complete control, and nothing about it to me looked fluky or anything like that. Of course, you have to take it with a grain of salt. He faced the Titans. It's not like necessarily a top team. They're a 1-win team, 2-win team now. But I will say the Browns offense finally looked alive with Shedeur under center. So you almost wonder, imagine what it would be if they didn't waste weeks and weeks and weeks playing with the quarterback room, acting like Dylan Gabriel was their guy. I feel like this could actually, I'm not saying they could be a playoff contender, but I mean, they definitely wouldn't look the way they do now. Now, one thing that we talked about was Colin Cowherd's comments about Shedeur being a December fling or a holiday fling or whatever he said.
Colin Cowherd basically said like Shedeur Sanders is not the long-term marriage partner for someone. He's like a holiday fling, good in the short term, not good for the long term. But Jay, I know you disagree, so what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I think he said something about him not having no big arm, no mobility, no this. You know what I see that as? I see that as lazy commentary dressed up as analysis. Because let's be real, a big arm, he has it. It's on tape. It's on tape back in Chicago. It's on tape with the Browns. What are you talking about, Colin? Mobility. He's one of the best functioning movers in his class when it comes to extending plays. That's also on tape. Don't understand what Colin's talking about. Will he have rough games? Yes. Will he have bad stretches? Of course, especially the fact he's with the Browns. But Colin Cowherd's take is not analysis, it's bait. And the problem with it is that it collapses as soon as you put it next to the tape, especially from these last 2 games. Shedeur, I think he's here to stay. I think that Colin always just tries to find things to say to have these hot takes. But all in all, I think it's a bunch of malarkey. I think it's a bunch of bullcrap. I think that Shedeur always has had the talent to be an NFL quarterback, even in college. And it has shown in the past 2 weeks, albeit against bad teams. I just want to keep saying, I want to put that out there again. But he has really good groundwork. And I think that if he continues to just sharpen his tools, strengthen his leadership, he's going to be someone's franchise quarterback. And if it's not for the Browns, it's going to be for someone else.
Now, I disagree. I think he's a low-end starter, like high-end backup. That's just what I see. Like he threw that dime, but like he's too inconsistent to be a franchise quarterback.
364, 4 touchdowns, and a
Like you
rushing
said, it
one.
was against the Titans, though. It was against the Titans. He did ball out. I give him credit for that, but it's the off the stuff. Let me give you an example. Shedeur Sanders is this huge like personality. He's more of a celebrity than I would say an NFL football player because his brand, his persona is so massive. It's like Tim Tebow. It's like Cam Newton. It's like Johnny Manziel. I'm not comparing his play to them, but in terms of their personality and the celebrity of that person, it's too big. That's why he probably dropped in the draft because if he's not going to be your franchise guy, he can't be a quarterback too because he's too big of a celebrity. The backup quarterback needs to be a low-key guy. And unfortunately, Shedeur is not a low-key guy.
But he's not a backup quarterback. You're saying Cam Newton was a backup?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying, but look at later in his career. Cam Newton could not be a backup when his play declined.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, listen, I get that, and I get what you're saying, but to say he's a high end backup, low end starter, I don't know. Like, imagine, do you think that Shedeur being the quarterback on a team like the Eagles, for example, do you think he would shine there?
He would shine, but he's not better than Hurts, so the Eagles wouldn't win as many games.
He's not better than Hurts now, but I think that if you give him, you just can't say he's better than any. I don't think you could say he's better than anybody right now because he's literally started.
I think you could compare him to the rookies in his draft class.
If you compare him to the rookies in
Like
his draft class,
he's better than Dylan Gabriel. He's better than Tyler Shuck. I wouldn't say he's better than Cam Ward. In my opinion, I think Cam Ward has talent. He's just not with the right people in his team. So I think you can probably give the edge to Cam Ward there.
can you say? But think about it. They're both with bad teams, bad franchises. No real weapons. They went head to head. Who outplayed who?
Okay. I mean, and personally, I think Jackson Dart's better than all of them. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft class. Jackson Dart is.
Jackson Dart won't be sustainable. He won't last.
Well, yeah, because he's not gonna. He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to like not take hits. He's gonna
exactly. He's been hurt twice in his rookie year.
So let me ask you guys a quick question. Amongst all the young quarterbacks in the league, who would you rather take? I'm gonna go down the list. Just respond yes or no. Would you rather have Shedeur or Jaden?
Shedeur.
Jaden's
been hurt too much for me.
Yeah, Jaden can't. You're about to have. I'm gonna tell you something right now, Zach. You're about to have RG3 Part 2 on your team.
Yeah, JD5's been hurt too much for me.
Oh my god!
The best ability is availability.
Dude, wait a minute. Z, explain. Look at this. I want you to look at the trajectory. I know, I get it. It's triggering. But I wanted
it's not triggering. It's just like delusional. That's crazy.
Look, it's not
the
delusional.
Best ability is availability.
Look at the trajectory of RG3's career compared to what JD5 is doing right now.
You can't compare because RG3 is an egomaniac and forced his way to be a pocket QB, whereas Jaden Daniels was a pocket quarterback who can run. Like that's the difference.
That was more about y'all. That wasn't about him.
Yeah, it was completely about RG3. RG3 went to Dan Snyder and said, listen, I want to be a pocket quarterback. And Dan Snyder came down to Mike Shanahan's office and made them change the whole playbook. That's why he was ass.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that because I'm telling you, that's what happened. That's what happened.
I remember. I'm a Washington Commanders fan.
Yes, I remember every fucking thing about the Washington Commanders because that's who RG3 was. Do you think Jaden Daniels is doing that?
The best ability is availability. Jaden Daniels has not been available.
Easy. That's a guy who's a 5th-round pick, dropped from number 2 all the way
Tom
to
Brady was a
6th-round
pick, and he's the greatest quarterback ever played.
Doesn't make a difference.
Shadeur's not going to be Tom Brady.
I never said he was going to be Tom Brady.
No, you guys would pick Shedeur over. I was just kind of going down the list, but this is a whole other topic.
Go down the list.
Yeah, I think Shedeur over. I'm gonna say this. I think that Shedeur. First of all, he has a bigger frame. And I think he has a better skill set.
Better skill set?
He has a better arm, does he not?
He doesn't have a better arm than Jaden. No way.
Are you serious? Shedeur has one of the strongest arms in the NFL right now.
Keep going down the list.
No, he does not have one of the strongest arms in the NFL.
All right,
let's keep going down the list.
We'll save this for next week. We'll have this conversation.
That's crazy.
Let's go down the list. Let's keep going.
That's crazy. All right, Dak or Shedeur?
Dak, 100%. Don't even say Shedeur. Yeah, don't.
Dak.
That's great. First of all, Jaden's the best quarterback in the division. Okay. Hurts or Shedeur?
That was delusional.
That's not delusional.
I would take Hurts over Shedeur.
He got 55 dropped on him in the fucking NFC Championship.
Does he play defense? Is he lining up in 3-point stands, rushing the quarterback? The fuck is that supposed to be?
I would take Hurts over Shedeur. Hurts for sure.
Hurts over Shedeur. I'd say.
I mean, based on the last over Shedeur.
Listen. I'm gonna say. I'll give you a bone, Z. How about this? I just need to see more than last year from JD5 before I can start putting him on.
Shedeur has 3 games under his belt, and you're taking the guy with the greatest rookie quarterback season greatest rookie season in sports history.
Shedor's doing it with less.
What's he done for me lately?
No. Don't do that. No. The Commanders won 4 games, had the number 2 pick, and took them to the NFC Championship game the following year.
Dang, now you got 3 wins.
And then they got 55 dropped on him in the NFC Championship game.
That just shows how bad the team was. The defense was.
He couldn't. JD5 couldn't score more than fucking 23 points.
What are you talking about? The guys fumbled. He had 4 fumbles. The other guys fumbled. What is he supposed to do?
They got 4 wins. He
didn't turn the ball over 4 times like Hurts did last night. He didn't do that. He turned it over once, and that was a 50-50 ball.
I think, on a side note, I think the Commanders should just sit JD5 the rest of the year because they got nothing to play for and let Marcus Mariota take over.
No. That's crazy. He's a second-year guy. He needs the rest.
No. He needs to sit so he can stay fucking healthy if you want to have him for next year.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to get hurt again.
He's got the whole offseason to rest up. If he's good to go, he needs to play, bro. Go ahead and play.
I mean, I get it. It is his second year. He needs all the reps he can get. I understand that.
Yes.
I get it, but I just feel like would you rather have a healthy JD5 or go out there and just make him play for nothing and risk getting hurt again?
This is not playing for nothing. This is playing for pride, momentum, and reps and getting better.
And not get a 5th overall pick.
Momentum to go where? To fucking Cancun?
This is momentum. This is momentum to get out of the top 5 in the draft. Is what it is.
Yeah, y'all need to tank so y'all can get a good draft pick.
Tank? There's no
Tank.
tanking the
They're
NFL.
3-10.
Not the
What else are we going to
Sixers.
tank for? I mean,
Not the Sixers.
not the
This is no
Sixers. Is
process.
crazy.
Easy. We almost
Yikes.
beat the Lakers the other day.
Hey, almost only
They
counts
lost
for
one
punches and
game.
hand grenades. So.
Cut it out, okay? Cut it out. I'm riding for my. By the way, I'm going to the Sixers game on Saturday against the Pacers. I'm excited.
The Pacers suck.
But you know,
I know that's
they
why the
should put
tickets.
belt
Were,
to
that's
ass.
why the tickets were $7. Hell yeah.
No Tyrese Halliburton right now. So
That's all right.
Tyrese. Okay. Would you rather have Kyler Murray or Shedeur?
Shedeur. Yeah. Kyler sucks.
Trevor Lawrence or Shedeur?
Shedeur.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. That's crazy, Jay.
Shedeur.
That's
Trevor Lawrence's skill set is like off. He's just not playing up to it, but his skill set is phenomenal.
Yeah, but we say that every year about Trevor.
Okay, Cam Ward or Shedeur?
Shedeur. Because Cam Ward already played face.
I would
they
go
have the same
Shedeur,
level.
yeah.
Listen, Cam Ward and Shedeur have the same level team. They're like low tier teams, and they play.
I mean,
come on.
Shedeur's got better weapons than what Cam Ward has.
He has Jerry Jeudy.
David Njoku?
I don't even remember him. Was he playing the other night?
I think he got hurt, but he was playing, yeah.
He was playing.
Yeah,
I
he was
didn't
playing
see
today.
him. I barely saw him.
Okay. Caleb Williams or Shedeur?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb, yeah.
I like Caleb.
The upside of Caleb is very, very high.
Yeah, it's very high.
Jordan
They
Love
actually,
or
they low key have similar play styles if you think about it.
Shedeur or Jordan Love?
Jordan Love.
Jay, that shouldn't even be.
I need to see more.
It should.
More.
The problem is no. I'm saying I need to see more of Shedeur before I can really make these, because it's hard. Because if we're gonna base it off of just one game, then fuck yeah, I'll take Shedeur. But if we're gonna base it off of totality of work, I have to take Jordan. You have no choice.
Yeah.
Jordan Love is almost elite. He's like borderline there.
Yeah, he's almost there.
Okay, Brock Purdy or Shedeur?
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy.
Shedeur.
No, Brock Purdy.
There's Jay,
well. Brock Purdy's been to a Super Bowl, but Shedeur's first year and he's with a trash team, so I don't know.
That's interesting. That's debatable. Okay, CJ Stroud or Shedeur?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. Yeah.
Okay.
He's nasty.
I like CJ.
Bo Nix or Shedeur?
Shedeur.
Bo Nix.
Damn, Jay, you think Shedeur is really like that, bro?
What we have. I know
really good.
I know this is a crazy thing to say coming from me, given what the subject is right now, but I feel like we have a lot of recency bias. We forget that like Bo Nix last year wasn't all that hot.
You do. Whoa. Bo Nix actually had a better passing rookie season than Jaden Daniels had, numbers wise.
He had a couple, 100, 200 more yards?
Yeah, and then he threw more touchdowns, and I think he threw a couple more, maybe one or two more interceptions than JD5. But rushing wise, JD5 always had a better rookie season.
I like Bo Nix. I think he plays well, but I think he has a downside that causes them to lose a lot.
They lost 2 games this year.
I'm not talking about this year. This year's different. They're also, if you look at their strength of schedule, it's not that crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the Broncos could very well get exposed pretty soon. But
they play the Packers this week, so I guess we'll see if they get exposed.
We'll see there. That's really the big test for them. They haven't had a real test in weeks. The last test they had was the Eagles.
And they beat y'all. So.
Yeah, they beat us. They did beat us, but we're also the struggling Eagles right now.
All right, last one. Herbert or Shedeur? This should be
Herbert. As much as I don't like Herbert, I'm taking Herbert over Shedeur.
I'll take Herbert.
Yeah, this shouldn't be a question. Okay. Let's move on. Chiefs reality check. Man, in a game where they needed to win and make the playoffs, they lost. And they only scored 10 points. Andy Reid, Mahomes. Looks like Travis Kelce's out the door after this year. Chris Jones is not in his prime. They don't look good. They don't look elite. And the Chiefs have a lot of questions to answer. And this was a dynasty for like a 5-year, 6-year stretch. So where do they go from here, Joey?
Well, I can't tell you, but I think Taylor Swift has ruined Travis Kelce because he is not the same person. He's dropping passes, Andy Reid.
Maybe he's just old, Joey. Jesus Christ.
I think Taylor Swift ruined this man. But Andy Reid decided to go for it, twice in his own 20-yard line or 25-yard line or something. Andy Reid would never do that. The game was tied when they went for it, too. I don't know why you just didn't punt the ball and pin him back. But I don't know where they go from here. I mean, obviously Mahomes is still an elite quarterback. We're not saying he's not. But they're definitely going to have to make some changes in their personnel,
Yeah,
whether it's
obviously
receiver.
Mahomes is still an elite quarterback, but Jalen Hurts fucking sucks after throwing 40.
I've never considered Hurts elite. I've considered him middle of the
That's your
road.
fucking exactly.
I've always
Look at
considered him to be a top 10 quarterback.
Jay,
Jalen
look at
Hurts.
the numbers. Look at
What
his
the fuck do
numbers.
you mean the numbers? He plays complimentary football. That's what you do. You don't have big numbers when you do
He's
And
a
that.
Jalen Hurts plays
circumstantial.
turnover football.
He's a
Okay.
circumstantial quarterback. When he has all the great pieces around him, he can be successful. But when he doesn't, he collapses.
I said that. Whoa, that's not true. Who was not playing yesterday that made him collapse?
He's
Lane
talking about
Johnson.
like play on the
Lane
field.
Johnson. That nigga hasn't played all year.
You miss
Look at
Lane
Dave.
Dickerson?
Landon Dickerson hasn't played all year.
Lane
He was
Johnson
playing last night. He got hurt.
He got hurt. He gets hurt every game.
Well, maybe he shouldn't play anymore. Maybe he
Maybe
should retire.
not. We're getting sick of it. We think we need to. We spent that money way too fast. If you ask
Smitty
me.
was quiet too last night. Smitty didn't. I mean, he played, but he didn't do
He
much.
had a couple of look. Listen, not to go back to the Eagles, but once again, it's not necessarily a Jalen Hurts thing. I think the problem is they're forcing him to play out of his play style, and when they do that, like think about it. Think of how he's playing. He's darting the ball into AJ in the middle of the field. They're listening too much to the fucking Twitter and to these
If he can't
podcasts
throw, that's why.
and stuff. He can throw.
He can't throw over the middle on the level
he can't
2.
throw in the
He can't
middle.
throw
Yeah,
there.
He's done it. He's done
he can
it.
do 3-yard little dink and dunks, and they go for
Watch
60
the
yards.
tape.
So.
That's all I gotta say. Watch.
I watched the
Not-
tape.
we
I
watched
watched the
wait,
game
wait,
last
wait,
night.
wait.
He threw 4 picks in the second
Don't
level.
watch that tape. Don't watch that tape.
Don't watch that tape.
Just
Don't watch
excuse
that
that
tape.
one bad game. Yeah. Okay.
Because that's my thing. Why can't Jalen have a bad fucking game without being called trash?
That was a terrible game. That wasn't just a bad game. That was terrible.
No one's saying he's trash. People are just the Eagles fans and some other people give him too much credit, calling him elite. And when you're called elite,
I get if it's just one
more.
bad. He's played bad for almost 5 weeks, and I'm not talking about stat wise. I'm talking about
Hold
the
up.
play on his decision making has been bad.
Hold on. Do we think that has anything to do with the play calling?
Is
A
there's
little bit.
It's a factor, yes. But
Yes, the
if
play
he
calling
really-
is a factor.
But
And do we not take into account the fact that this is the only fucking player in the NFL right now who has had at least 4 or 5 different play callers since he's
But
been
you can't
in the
say
league?
play calling is in effect when he's throwing interceptions on the field or fumbling
No, I
the
agree.
ball.
I agree. That's him. And I'm not taking all the onus off of him, but to say we give him too much credit, he won a Super Bowl and was still criticized by the media. Are you fucking kidding me?
Jay, but he has an elite team around him. He's got an elite O-line, elite running back last year, 2
Elite
wide receiver
defense,
ones,
really
great
good
tight
defense.
ends.
And a
Why
really
is
good
that a
defense.
slight? Is Steve Young and Joe Montana not elite because they had Jerry Rice?
Well, people back then just saw Super Bowl wins and said, "Are you elite or not?" Now people have more nuance and stats.
Bullshit.
And you probably argue
Bullshit.
that.
That's why
Jay.
people don't. Hey, that's why people don't consider Troy Aikman elite because he had Emmitt Smith, he had the offensive line, he had Michael Irvin.
He's a fucking overrated hack.
He's still got 3 championships. So I mean,
Oh, God. Let's move on. We're talking about the Chiefs anyway. All right, listen. Let me talk about the Chiefs, okay? Listen, the problem with the Chiefs, here's the reality check. The receivers can't separate. They can't catch consistently. Mahomes looks, he just doesn't seem like he has any help out there, but he also looks off. So I think that him playing hero ball to keep drives alive, it used to work, but now it's not sustainable. The offense feels a lot like the Eagles, predictable, disjointed, out of rhythm. Defense is solid, but it can't carry this broken offense enough. So Chiefs, it's looking grim. I think that the Eagles broke them. I maintain that. I'm going to keep that. The aura is gone, and that's that.
I don't like that you keep giving the Eagles credit for breaking them. I think it was on the doorstep. They were on the verge because they won the Super Bowl, beat the Niners. Then the next year they were winning all these one-score games. Then they got blown out in the Super Bowl. Joe Tooney was a guard playing left tackle, so that's the only reason how the Chiefs get blown out. And then now the Chiefs are losing these one-score games this year. It started from last year. It started from last year, and you did beat the brakes off them, but also the Bucks beat the brakes off them. So
we broke them by doing what we did to them in the fucking Super Bowl.
Well, if he's taking credit we broke the Eagles. We broke the Eagles.
Possible. No, because we lost to the Broncos before we lost to you. Nice try.
Wait, well, you lost to us in a bad fashion. We spotted you 21 points.
Hold the fuck up. I think I want to keep in mind something. Look at the score of that game, okay?
We spotted you 21 points.
Josh Allen takes the lead in the MVP race.
Josh Allen let me just quickly. We only have 10 minutes left, but quickly, Josh Allen's probably going to be MVP. He's the best player in the NFL right now. It's just the eye test. Look at what he does. The Bills have a below average roster. The head coach is scared out of his wits. GM is afraid of his own shadow. When the Bills give up 30 points, they are 6-0. That's an indictment of how good Josh Allen is because he has to win shootouts every time. And in the NFL, if teams give up 30 points a game, they are 6-40, and those 6 wins are credited to Josh Allen. He's the best player in the NFL. Anyway, we don't have much time to talk about him too much. College football. Notre Dame is complaining like whiny little kids, complaining that they need to be in the college football playoff race. Texas got snubbed, in my opinion. Joey, what are your thoughts about Notre Dame and Texas?
Yeah, Texas should be in there. I know they have 3 losses, and that one to Florida really got them. But they're the only team in college football that had 3 wins against top 10 colleges. They beat Oklahoma when they were in the top 10. They beat They beat Vanderbilt, and they beat another team I can't think of that was in the top 10 also at the time when they beat them. But they beat 3 top 10 schools. They should have been in there, but with that Florida loss, it's going to keep them out. They should go with the best 12 teams, not the top 12 teams.
Absolutely. And Notre Dame, like I said, just join a conference, Big 10, Big 12, ACC, doesn't matter. Just join a conference. Stop being whiny little bitches, at the end of the day. All
Oh,
right.
and Texas beat A&M. We beat A&M, a team
Honestly, I think it speaks more. It speaks a lot to the system, though. Taking away, Notre Dame bitching and moaning, yeah, whatever, handle it better. But it's just another year, another more chaos, another broken system. I think that they should probably, like you said, go with, how'd you put it, the not
best
the top
12
12,
teams instead of
but
top
the best 12.
Because you can't tell me JMU and Tulane are a better team than Texas.
Right.
And
Right.
I know they won their conference games or whatever, and they have that Power 5 or whatever the rule is. We have to have a smaller school in. But those 2 teams are not better than Texas.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame's looking for a new conference, so we'll see what happens.
They're going to get steamrolled, Tulane and JMU. But anyway, let's move on. Cooked or getting cooked? Jay, who are your guys?
All right, guys. Now listen, we got 2 teams. I got 3 people, 3 selections altogether. 2 teams, 1 player for cooking. Cooking. Number 1, the Detroit Lions, baby. Dominant, physical, January ready. Detroit Lions looking good going into the offseason. Going into the postseason. We'll see what happens. Second team, the Green Bay Packers. Sucks to say, but they're looking like they could win the division. Most likely will. Discipline, closing games correctly. That is the biggest thing. And trending upward. Shouts out to the Green Bay Packers. And last but not least, on my cooking list, my guy, Shedeur Sanders. He has the Browns looking alive and dangerous, something they never looked with Dylan Gabriel or Deshaun Watson or anyone in recent history at all. So shouts out to my guy, Shedeur. Keep doing your thing, young man. Now, cooked. Who's cooked this week? Number 1, Joey. We're going to talk about them Dallas Cowboys. They got exposed as soft against physical teams. They do it. They do it every year. I don't know what it is, but the Dallas Cowboys, once again, look cooked unless you went out, which I don't see happening. Number 2, we talked about them earlier. The Kansas City Chiefs. Man, those receivers cannot win for life. That offense is broken. I don't know. And then hand in hand, the other Super Bowl contender from last year, the Super Bowl champion from last year, my Philadelphia Eagles. The turnover issues, especially in this last game, ugly, ugly, ugly. No offensive identity. Play calling's a mess. Everything sucks. We're cooked, unfortunately. It is what it is. We're not going back. Hey, that's where we are. But that's cooking and cooked for me this week. What about you guys?
Yeah, well, he said Shedeur has them looking dangerous, but they got 2 wins. But anyways, my cooking is the Houston Texans, actually. They have the best defense in the league, and if they can somehow find a way to have a sustainable offense, I think this team can make a deep playoff run and maybe knock one of those top teams out of the playoffs. And just the Texans are looking really good so far.
All right, my cooked is the positivity bunny rabbit that they put in the Eagles locker room. I've heard AJ Brown punch that shit. If I saw that coming back home, I would just do something. I'd punch a hole in that and deflate it, throw it in the fucking trash. That shit needs to go. Whoever put that there, Howie, Jeffrey Lurie, I don't think those guys
Why
did
do
it.
you hate? Why are you hating it? Why do you hate the bunny rabbit?
Why didn't do anything? It's not positive.
It's not positive. It's childish. It's
a turnover bunny.
Why do you need it? Like, what are we, children? 5 years old? 6 years old?
Fuck you. Yes. Okay. These are prima donnas. These are divas. Sometimes you gotta spank its ass.
It's a turnover bunny, is what it is. A turnover bunny.
Well, also getting cooked is Nick Sirianni. This dude might be out the door a year after winning the Super Bowl. This man cannot scheme open anyone to save his fucking life. And you blame Kevin Patullo. I get that, but he's a scapegoat. This is Nick's scheme, and he's got to go. Actually, I want them to keep him. I want the Eagles to keep him because you know why? Because he's coordinator dependent and because he's not a good head coach. He's a mid-head coach.
You do not get rid of a Super Bowl winning quarterback after one bad season. That is the worst thing you ever do. Learn something from the Steelers.
Steelers? What you mean? Bill Cowher? He retired.
Steelers don't fire head coaches. They retire.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying the Mike Tomlin never won, but what I'm saying is like they don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't fire head coaches. Okay.
Mike Tomlin won a Super Bowl.
Did he win? He won. He won one. Yeah,
he won one. Yeah, he's won one. Yeah,
with Ben, right? That was Ben.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah.
So yeah, you don't fire a guy next year. Okay, you got to take that from the Steelers. Is what I'm saying. Like you win a Super Bowl, you stick with that motherfucker. I don't care. He brings good culture to Philly. So no,
I don't know. Look at the NBA. They were firing championship coaches left and right. Mike Budenholzer.
Wait. Weren't y'all calling for Sirianni's job last year?
No. Who? What are you?
The Eagles fans were. Maybe
the Eagles fans were saying fire Nick or whatever.
I'm trying to figure out where these Eagles fans are that you guys talk about.
I mean, the same ones that broke into Kevin Patullo's house.
Well, yeah, that little small minority doesn't speak for all the Eagles fans. Fuck y'all.
All right. All right, we have about 2 minutes left, so let's talk about the Bears-Packers. Bears come to Lambeau and almost win. Packers look like the front runners in the NFC. But, Joey, are the Bears close enough to be a Super Bowl contender like the Packers?
I gotta say yes in a way, because this team has looked really good. They're 9-4. They got they lead. I think they still lead the league in takeaways for getting turnovers and whatnot. They had faced a tough team, and when they played the Packers, they just got outplayed. But I definitely think they're pretty close to being a Super Bowl contender.
All right, Jay, quickly.
Yeah. I mean, Chicago's improving. Okay, like I think that Caleb brings like real flashes of greatness. We talked about him earlier. They do compete hard, and then they push Green Bay more than other years. So I think the Packers do remain more disciplined. They're better coached. They are stronger situationally, which is really important. The gap is closing, but it's not close. Chicago is simmering, but they're not cooking right now. I think that if it's consistent, then I think that they'll be in a good position. But we'll see what happens.
Thank you guys for watching so much. Like, comment, subscribe. What we should talk about next?
I'm Jay.
I'm Joey.
Stay clocked out, everyone. We got lots and lots to talk about. Shedeur over Jaden Daniels, which is crazy. But listen down below if you would take Shedeur Sanders over Jaden Daniels. Absolutely delusional.
Tune in next week for that convo.
Next week or this week. There's a lot to talk about.
We're about to talk about that one.
Asinine. Crazy.